I learned my lesson a long time ago. One thing I would never do is that. That would end badly for me. Just saying. Fueling up the rental car, and then I'm gonna fuel myself up with some caffeine. Welcome everyone, Adam TheDailyWoo here. Today, I am taking this packet of paperwork, right now actually, over to an accountant who will go through the nooks, the crannies of the 1099s, the credit card detailed information, and he will formulate exactly how much I am going to have to dish out of the old wallet to Uncle Sam. That's right. Today is my tax day. Get it done a little bit early, a couple weeks early. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. Doesn't mean it's any less stressful. It's the daily. I don't like this day. Oh, there's not very much cream and sugar in there. It's a little tart. Whoa! That very well may have been the most boisterous and loud intro in a long time. But I'm just trying to get hyped up. I'm trying to get psyched out. I'm trying to take my mind off of the inept. Whoa, that bird. Man, that bird just got out of the way just in time. For a good portion of my adult life, for over 2 decades, I worked retail. And when you punch a time clock at the end of the year, you get a little bit of money back and you get a W-2 that you do your taxes with. When you're self-employed, which is technically what I am now, it's a little bit different. You don't pay in throughout the year and you get 1099s. It's a little bit confusing when you're not used to it. The last couple of years, I have taken on the arduous task of doing it all myself. Last year, I owed a little bit more than I felt I should have owed. So I've decided this year to take it to a tax professional and see if they can find something that I would possibly miss if I did it myself. Think of it like a big puzzle, like a Rubik's Cube of sorts. You twist it, you turn it, and when all one color is facing that side, that's when the government holds its hand out and says, give me my portion. I'm not sure if that's the correct way that they communicate and talk, or that's the voice, the inflection they use, but it's my interpretation of it. I make money off of Google AdSense, but also Spreadshirt, but you can also write off flights, gas, hotels, museum admission, things of that sort. So I'm hoping all that works itself out. I'm cross your fingers with me, please. Breathe deep. It's time. Hear that bird making that noise? That's how I feel right now. Because my taxes are done and what I have to mail the government is in this envelope. It's unfortunate that there's no swimming here because I feel like just diving in and washing it all away. Just wash it all away. One thing is for sure, it is way less stressful and easier on the heart and the soul and the mind to have someone who knows what they're doing tally everything up and find stuff that you may have missed. That was a great experience. However, I owe a little money. Here in a bit, I'm gonna head to the bank, get a cashier's check, drop it in the mail, and send old Unky Samuel his moolah. All I have to say is, thank goodness for write-offs, because without those, it would make things way more difficult. All in all, they take about 25% of what your net income is. Your gross income is everything that you have made before the write-offs. The net, I think it's the net, right? That is what you make after the write-offs. The government is going to take about 25, give or take 1/4 of that amount of money. So obviously the less that whole total is, the less you're gonna owe. But you're still gonna have to take 1/4 out of every dollar and hand it over to someone else. That's disappointing. Someone has spray painted the old sugar mill. I have prepared myself for today though. Everything I make, I take about 20% of that and I put it in a separate savings account. That way, when this particular moment comes every year, I have like a little nest egg and I'm not going super far in debt to pay those bills. So whether you work a normal 9-to-5 job, punch a clock, or whether you're self-employed, make your own schedule, you will end up having to pay taxes. It is inevitable. What's the famous saying? There are only two things that are definite in life: death and taxes. And that's 100% true. Oh, if only we could live our life like the groundhog. There's no taxation underground. You know what? I don't even know. It might not even be groundhog tracks. That might just be dirt piled up there for no reason. Freedom! I feel like a mix between Braveheart and Andy Dufresne from Shawshank Redemption right now. I've come out clean on the other side. The tax man cometh. Sometimes he gives, but most of the time he taketh away. The reason I stopped off here real quick is because that sugar mill was the location of my very first adventure video. Basically, the beginnings of my YouTube career. Little did I know back then that I would be taxated on such endeavors. Life's funny. That's right, foul. The tax man, the tax. I don't sound anything like George Harrison. You know what the great thing is? I'm in this vehicle and you can't harm me. You can't harm me because I'm in the car and you can't get in here. The manila envelope on the left, wait, is it manila or vanilla? Either way, the one on the left is my paperwork. The one on the right, the orangish one, is the accountant's paperwork. And I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out now. Go to the post office, go to the bank first, then go to the post office, send some certified mail, get this thing over and done with, and it will be completed. Mission will be accomplished by the end of the day. They will have their cash, and my mind will be set at ease. Ah, Bank of America, we meet again. Which makes me wonder, are taxes worse in America than they are in other countries? I'm not familiar with taxation in other areas of the world. Makes me wonder. Oh my gosh, that took so much longer than I thought it would. There was an issue with my signature, so I had to sit down at a desk, and then they ended up trying to enroll me in some new thing. I've been with Bank of America for probably 15 years. It's a good bank. I haven't had any major issues, but man, I was in there a long time. I have not been to this post office in years. Back in the early 2000s, I would sell on eBay. I would come up here almost every day to ship things out. And then shortly after that, I had a P.O. box here. It's probably been 2 years since I've been on this property. I don't know where I came up with that time frame. It's been longer than that. Time flies pretty quickly. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to get out of this car. Look at that guy. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't want you around here, wasp. Goodness gracious. Look at that. Where is he? Is he gone? I think he's gone. My goodness. I can now say the check's in the mail, and I shipped it priority with a tracking number, just to be on the safe side. This morning I started with 0 and then 1, now I'm up to 3 envelopes. And there's a random boat dangling from the sky. Not sure what the significance of that is. I'm sure there's a purpose. My bank account is a little bit less than it was, a couple hours ago. My savings has been moderately depleted. However, I am not in debt, and that, my friends, is a wonderful thing. A little pre-planning goes a heck of a long way and really helps in the sanity departments. I feel pretty dang good right now. I feel a little bit better if I was getting some money back or didn't have to pay a dime. That's not the case, however. Look, the top of the roof has been sneezed on, or someone has splashed coffee/soda. It wasn't me, don't blame me. This was like it when I got the rental car, but it's pretty disgusting. I don't know why I didn't notice it when I picked it up, but I'm noticing it now. Actually, I've noticed it for a while. Pretty nasty. When I return this in a couple weeks, should I say something? Or should I just let it slide? Maybe it'll go unnoticed, just like it went unnoticed on the person who rented this car before me. Because if I say something, they might think that I did it and I'm trying to hide it. But if I don't say something, then they might not even pay attention to it at all. don't know what to do. What do I do? America, stretch out your golden wings. Flying high, flying high, flying high. Feeling very patriotic today. Very patriotic indeed. Vlog over.